we meet again. Go right in. Everyone is waiting for you.
Welcome and well met. I believe I do not need to remind you of our agreement about the nature of this meeting.
Of course not.
I am well aware of the nature of your arrangement.
Delightful. Settle down then. And just to make it clear, you both agreed to not bear arms inside my villa. This rule is meant to discourage combat. Combat in this case includes but is not limited to hand-to-hand engagements. Seeing the young look at us again, I feel the need to remind you that all of our rules are binding for your companions as well. Your violent tendencies will not be tolerated in this house. Your companions will be seen as the extension of your will, Consul.
If this is meant to intimidate me, I have to admit, Lucullus, you have done better than anyone else before you.
I'm afraid I do not know what you're referring to.
I see. Very well. Let us stick to that story then. I must say I'm impressed by this display of audacity, though.
So you've met before. Interesting, and surprising that I didn't know about this. It seems my ward is more skilled than I expected.
So it seems. Very well. Let us start. Tell me how I can help you.
First of all, Mithridates Megas, I am pleased that you came to meet me. There's a certain individual you've been keeping as a guest. It would make me happy to see him reunited with his family.
I'm sure that would make you happy and place you in a significantly better strategic position. Forgive me for being selfish in this case, but you should know that his release would certainly not make me happy. And I'm mostly concerned with my own happiness. Besides, I'm quite fond of my new friend Kota. Why would I let him go? He's a valuable guest. Certainly, you don't expect me to roll over and give him up to you.
Not at all. But my intention here is not to bring about your defeat.
I highly doubt that.
My intention is making sure we both win. Over the course of this war, we have captured nearly 1,000 of your soldiers, which are held in my camp as prisoners. I have no interest in feeding your men. We would both be best served by an exchange of hostages. One man for the lives of 1,000. I'd call that a fair trade, would you not?
An interesting proposal. But Kota is of immense strategic value to me. In order to make this trade, I would need to see my strategic position improved. I'm sure I can be persuaded into parting with your co-consul in exchange for, say, your departure from Asia Minor with all your legions. I doubt you'd agree to that. More soldiers can always be levied. Why would I care about a mere 1,000?
It seems we are at a momentary impasse. Order us some wine, please, and we will see if we can work through this.
Don't you worry. I have already prepared the best wine for my guests. We did not spare any expense. How dare you accuse me like that? Check the drinks all you want. I'm not a murderer. Go now. I shall bring your drinks.
Ah, good wine. Refreshes the mind indeed.
These Asian wines are rather dry. I prefer those they make in Africa.
To each their own. I'll make you one final offer. I have no interest in handing over Kota. But since you have shown goodwill, I may be willing to release 200 of your legionari in exchange for the release of 400 of mine. I have heard your people boast that each of your legionari is worth 2 of my soldiers, so this should be a fair trade. You speak as well as any Greek philosopher I have ever met, and your argument is strong. I will release 350.
If you accept the argument my legatus has put forth, you must release a full cohort.
Fine, fine. A full cohort then.
We have a deal.
I am not in the mood to eat any longer. Stay and enjoy our host's hospitality if you'd like. Next time we meet, it will be on the battlefield.
That was some masterful negotiation. Well done. Go on, I'll stay here a little longer. I have some things I wish to discuss with our host, and some local delicacies I'd like to taste.
What can I...
When does your next shift begin?
I'm off guard duty. Nassau put me on latrines.
What did you do to earn that?
Took an extra ration.
You idiot.
I bring greetings from Atticus Rex, the supreme ruler of the newly established land of Harmonia. Quite so. Apparently he is the king of a very small land close to our position. In fact, Atticus used to be one of our legionari. He left with a bunch of his closest friends and simply took ownership of a nearby village. The king claims his will be a land without wars and conflicts, a land where everyone can live in peace and harmony. Hence the name. Indeed it is. I believe he calls it Pax Romana. It's a bit too naive of an idea, if you ask me. Our laws allow dominion over previously unpossessed items or land. Since Greeks are not Roman citizens, their possession of the land can be considered null and void. But we're not in Rome, and jus civile is valid only in Rome, so I think the question is irrelevant. They do seem pathetic, but we can't allow this. It sets a dangerous precedent, not to mention the possibility of a rebellion in the region. I agree. Executing him will send a message to any would-be future kings of Harmonia. Our way, Legate.
Finally, someone with decision-making power. A glorious commander of Romans. My name is Athanasios. I am here to offer you a most lucrative opportunity. I am reliably informed that you have a surplus of prisoners. Here is my offer. Sell them to me, and I shall pay you handsomely. Because I pay the best of prices, and because everyone else is too afraid to ask. Business is a battlefield. You can't win by being afraid. I'll resell them, of course. A lot of people need serwi, and soldiers are physically fit. What else do you think I would do? Pickle them? Fair. I swear to you that I will not resell them to your enemies. The serwi will be sold in Rome. Not you, specifically. Everyone needs money. Your prisoners must be a constant drain on your resources. You have to feed them, after all. In the end, I'm afraid you'll have to execute them or sell them to me. Killing them would be such a waste, wouldn't it? I and my associates will pay you a fixed fee for the right to take possession of all prisoners, present and future. We will take delivery once every fortnight. Does that sound good? Splendid! You have made a good decision. My people will visit you regularly as agreed upon. You will not hear from me personally again. Have a good day.
Our speculatories intercepted a curious message. It contains what we believe is a timetable of weapon shipments. The message is short and encrypted. It talks of a certain great king snake. Sounds to me like Mithridates. They don't give an inventory, but there's some mention of a feather shortage. So I expect arrows. Lots of arrows. Quite so. A territory under occupation is the last place we would look for this kind of thing. So, though it is bold, it makes sense. As you say, Legate. Our way, Legate.
Travelers, beware, go no further. It's lair. You are approaching great danger if you continue along this path. The Chimera! You are in the domain of the Chimera, and she demands tribute. Follow me then, but draw your weapons and keep your wits about you, for I have seen the glow of its fiery maw. Here it lives. Place your offerings into the mouth of the Chimera. If you ignore my warnings, you will be forever cursed.
Are we? Our way, Legate. It's good you came by. That armor Khalida is walking around in. It may have done a good job concealing her womanly attributes, but she'd be better off in something that fits her shape. Let me know if you'd like me to look at that. The consul thought it would be best to send me over and help you out. I reckon we can make big improvements with small adjustments. I have a bit of salvage lying around that we can use. Start by stripping it down to its component parts, then we can take a look at what's left and plan the work.
Sorry to startle you, Legate. I knew you were headed past here, and I wanted to challenge myself a little. It gets boring on the road. Thank you. I shall. That's very kind of you. The consul sent me to tell you that there has been a development. Thracia has joined the war on the side of Mithridates. You are to meet the consul at the camp of Legio Prima Italica to discuss our course of action. I believe the consul was anticipating this turn of events as well, to some extent. If that'll be all, I will take my leave once more. Vale, Legate.
I'm glad you could get here so quickly. This is Mithridates' response to our actions against Mercia and Troas. He's showing us that he knows how to divide and conquer just as well as we do. Somehow, he has turned the citizenship of Thracia against Rome, led by a wealthy Lanista called Damianos. He owns the best and most respected gladiator school in the world. His gladiators are sold to Rome, where they typically have long and successful careers. He has also been known to use his gladiators as a sort of private militia to enforce the laws of Rome throughout Thracia. That much is clear. Damianos is a businessman, first and foremost. If he believes he would do better business under Mithridates, well, great risk brings great profit. From what I know of the man, and based on what my spies report from Thracia, Damianos holds great sway over the mercantile and political classes there. They fear and admire him in equal parts. I am certain he is responsible. You think Thracia could be brought back in line without him? Indeed. I think you're right. You will have to go and deal with him yourself. If a legatus shows up at his doorsteps and demands to see him, he will not be able to turn you away. Bring your gladiator friend. And make no mistake, what Damianos has done is treason. If you need to take his life, you are free to do so.
Who are you? Oh. And, why are you here? We were not told to expect you. Well, go on in. I can do nothing to stop you. Stefanos, run along and warn Dominus that we have guests.
He's getting better.
Maybe he'll last more than a minute against Dayanera next time.
You're not allowed in here.
Honored legate, please come in. Make yourself at home. And your people too. My house is open to you. You are nothing if not direct. It's true. There is no reason to deny it. I am a man of business, and Mithridates made me an offer that far surpassed what I was getting out of my loyalty to Rome. This is not about anything so simple as a lump sum. What I stand to gain from giving Thracia to King Mithridates cannot be matched by Rome. And don't think about threatening me with invasion. Your one legion, however formidable, would find it difficult to stand against the legions of Thracia.
Your legions were hastily raised and have never seen battle.
But they are well equipped, and they vastly outnumber you. The facts are against you, Centurio. You ask me why? Fine. I will see if I can explain it to you. It is about denarii, of course. But more than that. Rome is unraveling. The Optimatis and the Popularis are at each other's throats. It was this conflict that allowed Mithridates to take Asia from Rome once before. It was only the election of a strong dictator that allowed Rome to defeat Pontus. Perhaps you are too young to remember Cornelius Sulla and his purges. Sulla did what needed to be done. Rome was plagued by decadence and corruption. The strong take from the weak. It's an ugly truth, but that's how it's always been. Mithridates nearly defeated Rome before. He will be victorious this time, and bring stability to Asia. It may seem that way, but there are cracks in the foundation, my young man. Will you stay and continue this discussion over dinner? Perhaps I can change your mind. My table may not be a match for the famous feasts of your consul, Lucullus, but I promise my kitchen will not disappoint. Come, Stephanos, we will make the arrangements. Please don't go anywhere, Legate.
your permission, I will visit the gladiators and get a sense of their mood. We may be able to stir up some trouble. I always am.
That's enough practice for today! Get some food and some rest so you're ready for tomorrow's games!
You're not allowed in here. Much bigger men fell to their knees fighting me. I am not afraid of you.
Come on, a few rounds. You can handle that.
No, you seek to humiliate me. I sparred most of day already. You know I'm tired.
You're a fierce warrior woman. Why are you afraid of me, huh? The man destroyer, come on!
I say no. I want to eat.
I got something right here for you to eat, bitch.
You piece of shit!
Stupid whore! You'll regret that.
Shit. It was bad. They will hurt me tomorrow. Who are you? You fight beasts? Why are you here, Tabat? You train gladiators now? You do not mince your words. I like that. My name is Deanera. I ask you, what happens to us when the Lanista is dead? Your legion. You fight Mithridates? I am Shuthian, from east. My people fight Pontus. Pontus takes us as survey. Sell us to Greeks. It is how I am here. I will help you, Tabat. Other gladiators, they care about me. I am like little sister to them. Tell me, what is your plan?
What did you think, hmm? The food was as good as I said, was it not? I was aiming for something a fair bit more than adequate, but at least you're full, it seems.
Domine! The gladiators are rioting!
Tonight? Really? Just wait for it to die down and drag them back to their cells when they are done.
This time is different. They're working together.
Impossible! Call the militia! I'll see to this personally.
This is our chance. The guards will be busy fending off the gladiators. Let's catch ourselves a traitor.
They have come to stop us. Time to show what you have learned. Right. Practice time is over.
That was madness. I have been waiting for this for so long. Let us go and deal with this pig. I want to see the look on his face now he is beat.
You used my own gladiators against me. Don't you understand what danger you've put us all in?
On your feet, Lanista.
A short-term thinker with a reckless streak. One day, someone like you will bring ruin to the Republic.
We have heard enough out of you, Damianos. You should be quiet now, and try to face your death like a warrior.
Don't kill him. He deserves worse fate than that. He should try being Cerberus himself.
Killing him is the safest option. He clearly holds a lot of sway in this region. The locals might try to rescue him if we keep him alive.
Servitude teaches humility. He would be more valuable alive, and it would give him a chance to atone for his poor decisions.
It makes no difference to the war effort.
I will bring this hapless fool back to the Legion camp. See you there.
So we are free now, but we have nothing. I will join your Legion, if you will take me to Rome when the war is finished. I am Deianira. It's good to meet you. Shuthia. They are lands north and east of here. Wide steppes, lot of space for roaming. It is. Lanista gave it to me. It means man-destroyer. I think I will keep it. Names have power in some way. New name means fresh start. I do not. You are in charge. I fight for you. You show me Rome.
We know she's a force to be reckoned with in a fight. And Khalid's already shown us that women have a place in war.
It wouldn't be terrible to have another woman among us.
Have heard so much about it. It's center of world, right? Big streets, spices, fabric, wine. I want to try these things. Good. We will win war first, and fast. Then we will go to Rome. You will be glad you brought me with you.
You may need to unlearn some of your Scherthian ways, and get used to fighting in Roman formations.
You know much about Scherthian fighting?
You'll find that our warfare is much more organized, and more effective than what you're used to.
Welcome to the war, Deianira. We'll take good care of you, don't worry.
Another violent foreigner with questionable morals added to our ranks, then. I'm not certain this is altogether wise.
All I owned was taken when I was captured. If you can spare weapons and armor, it would be good.
All right. I know what you're thinking. You're soldiers and you are Romans. Surely you can deal with a few bandits. But this is our home, and we've had ample time to prepare for you. Wouldn't it be much easier if you just pay us a small fee and pass along in peace?
So, the boys and I got one of the tribuni of Prima Italica drunk last night.
Any good gossip?
Get this. The consul has a canturia dedicated to procuring local delicacies for his own table.
No way. A whole cantoria just to get him dinner?
The man is obsessed with Greek cuisine.
You are a teacher, are you not?
Among many other things. But I already have one student.
Bestia takes pride in learning from you.
It is one of his more surprising characteristics, his curiosity.
I want to speak better your language.
My language is Greek.
This one. What they speak in Rome. Will you teach it?
I will try to find the time.
Have question? Mother taught me. It is not so unusual in Scythia. Women hunt and fight. I know it's weird here. And you? How did you learn? Cineros surprised me. If he fights like this now he is old, I would have liked to see how he fought when he was young. Other people come into our lands often. We fight them. I was taken as serva, sold to Greek man. I am too unruly to be Greek wife, but I make good gladiator. Fighting for sport is dumb. Trying to get rid of me? You people brought me here. Sorry, now you're stuck with me. Had 2 brothers, didn't get along. They will be fine without me. I can't go back. I'm not that woman anymore. Maybe some other day we will speak of this.
At your service, Legate. I don't like gladiators. They tend to brag too much, but know next to nothing of actual warcraft. That being said, I get the feeling this young woman is a bit different. Competition? I'm sure she would stand a chance, but for now all my attention is directed towards your safety and the war effort. Perhaps, one day, when the war is over, that might change.
One rich bastard throws some denarii around and all of
So
Thracia
Thracia has
secedes
decided
from
they
Roman
want their
rule.
asses handed to them as well.
Unbelievable.
Well, why are you here?
To defend Rome?
Not at all for the denarii.
That's not the same thing, and you know it.
We have a problem. Our arrival seems to have disrupted an annual sporting event of some description. And now the contestants are angry. We can, in theory. What we don't have is a legitimate trophy. Except nobody will care about it. It needs to be tribute to their gods. Most of these trophies are ancient and irreplaceable. According to our scouts, it is currently being transferred to the Temple of Hermes. A perfect opportunity, I'd say. A small team can easily eliminate the guards and take the trophy. Our way, Legate. I am pleased to report all is well. Sure, there is some grumbling now and then, but that is part of military life. The Legionari respect your command. We're nearly at full strength. We could use a few more recruits to fill the ranks, but we're ready to complete whatever task you set for us. With a little more experience, I believe Legio Weaktrix will soon be the finest fighting force ever to serve Rome. I should also note that we have quite a lot of people injured from the recent fighting. As soon as they're back in action, we'll be in better shape.